From romance comedies to dystopian futures, the young adult fiction genre has seen a sort of resurgence over the last several years. What started with Lord of the Flies and Chronicles of Narnia in the 1950s was almost completely dead for several decades, only to rise again with the Harry Potter series in 1997. Since then, the 13 to 18-year-old young adult demographic has become a money-making juggernaut, with television studios, movie houses, and publishing firms desperately grasping at anything they can find. Twilight, Hunger Games, Gossip Girl, Supernatural, Divergent, and probably a whole bunch of others I really can't be bothered to remember right now, teens have proven that they will eat up just about anything. Pick any random town, throw in a girl who feels out of place for some reason, and have her meet this really hot guy who has a sensitive side, and watch the money start rolling in. And nowhere is this cookie-cutter, color-by-numbers formula more prominent than the CW's new Archie Comics reimagining, Riverdale. To be fair, Riverdale is not a bad show. It's perfectly fine. But it lays out the teen drama formula so clearly it's like it was pulled straight out of the Martha Stewart young adult fiction cookbook. So what makes Riverdale such a cliche teen drama? Well, at the heart of any good drama, of course, are the characters. First up, you have Archie. In this reimagining, Archie is the captain of the football team. But is he just another dumb jock who enjoys picking on nerds playing their new Nintendo DSs at the corner lunch table? Of course not, because that's a little too real. You see, Archie has a secret he can never tell anyone except his closest friends, who happen to all pretty much be really attractive girls. Now, what is this secret, you may ask? Well, you see, he plays guitar. That's right, Archie plays football, has the body of a Greek god, and writes emo songs from 2002. I mean, what more could you ask for? His ex-best friend, just kidding, now they're friends again best friend, is Jughead. First of all, yes, this is based on a comic from the 1940s and 50s, but having everyone, including teachers and parents, call him Jughead like it's totally normal is a little weird. Now, by looking at him, you might think that Jughead is just another bad boy from a broken home who wears the same denim jacket pretty much every day and somehow doesn't smell like a barnyard. But no, this is a teen drama after all. Jughead also has a secret sensitive side. While he may look like a loner who totally doesn't care, he actually loves old movies and is trying to write a book about the world that no one else but him can see. But yet, even though he spends all his time watching movies and writing books, somehow he's able to maintain a body that looks like this. Now, I'm sure you're starting to already see the pattern here. A guy who is stoic and emotionally unavailable to everyone else, but to that one special girl, and by extension every girl watching the show, he opens up and shows you his true self. It's your little secret. Only you know the real Archie or Jughead. Now, moving on, we come to the three main girl characters of the show. Now, although Archie is actually the main character, these three girls are who the audience, who's mostly teen girls between the ages of 10 to 20-ish, relate to. Basically, it boils down to a good girl who wants to be bad, a bad girl who wants to be good, and a bad girl who likes being bad. First up, you have Betty. If Wonder Bread came to life, it would probably look like this. While her lifestyle is not particularly extravagant, her family is pretty well off. She has nice clothes, nice makeup, and somehow can drink milkshakes and eat french fries all day every day and still look like this. Her parents are overly strict, and oddly enough, even more immature than their 16-ish-year-old daughter. This is what gives Betty her bad girl streak. At school and at home, she has to keep up her girl next door image. But secretly, she feels like she has a dark side. Inside, she feels like she might be someone else. The new girl is Veronica, who's rich beyond the audience's wildest dreams. Expensive New York clothes, accessories from random, vaguely European-sounding brands, makeup and hair that somehow stays perfect even when being woken up in the middle of the night. Her life must be pretty great. Veronica is a bad girl who's trying to turn over a new leaf in her new town. She used to be the queen bee back in New York, but now as the new girl, she's hoping to atone for the sins of the past. And lastly, we have Cheryl. Now, is there anyone more annoying than Cheryl? I mean, really. She's like the Draco Malfoy of the Riverdale universe. Cheryl is a ridiculously rich girl who has to be the best at everything, and apparently lives in the house from Beetlejuice. And that's about all she has going for her. So here we have three characters who essentially represent the three internal fantasies of every teenage girl. The nice girl with a secret dark side who can also eat whatever she wants and still have a gap between her thighs almost as big as the one between Mike Tyson's teeth. The mean girl who gets whatever she wants. The bad girl who wants to be good by getting revenge on the other mean girls, and can also wake up with perfect makeup every time. And of course, in the end, you have to end up with a really hot stoic guy who secretly plays guitar. And also, all these girls are great singers and dancers without ever actually practicing, so that's great too. Now, the key point is this. The two male characters are in many ways the same character. Emotionally unavailable, secretly sensitive, really attractive, but like totally don't know it, they got troubles at home, you get the idea. You just do a quick palette swap and you're ready to go. But the three female characters act as a set. On their own, they're actually kind of shallow and at times cartoonishly two-dimensional. But together, they form a cohesive unit that represents the apparently not at all unique inner struggle of girls between the ages of 13 to 18. To put it in more psychological terms, I guess we could apply the Sigmund Freud school of thought and say that these characters represent the ego, superego, and the id of the average teenage girl. The characters show the balance between what you want, what you know is right, and how to balance between the two. As an example, you can take a look at Gossip Girl. Once again, we have a bad girl trying to be good, the bad girl who's just bad for some reason, and the good girl with a dark side. It's really nothing new here. And that is the main bread and butter of the teen drama genre. Every girl is in some way a fish out of water, feeling awkward and unsure of herself and trying to walk that thin line between what she wants and what her parents want, what her friends want. And every guy is basically Edward or Jacob from Twilight. So, by following this formula, you can put any set of characters into any situation in any town USA, and you'll have yourself 6 seasons and a movie.